If you're in sales, what are the types of salespeople who can't close deals, and why does it matter to you as a salesperson, as a trainer, as a manager or business owner? This is an important question. I'm Sylvan Bell. I'm coming to you live from Sacramento, California on a perfect day to talk about sales and a perfect day to talk about you on video number 4. And before we begin, hit that subscribe button. So we talked about the unique guy, which I said is almost always a guy, 2, the proof guy, 3, the know-it-all or the contrarian, number 4 is going to be a plague on the society of sales. And like when you think about it, you're like, why is this a problem for salespeople? And why does it create issues? Because it's very counterintuitive, and it's the nice guy. And it's the overly cautious guy. There's usually these 2 traits. They're very nice and overly cautious. And what it comes down to is they don't want to hurt feelings and they don't want to offend anybody. They are genuinely a nice person, okay? They're genuinely a nice person, but they create a lot of problems in the world of sales. So this is the sales guy that is always going to bat for a discount. This is the sales guy that is always asking for special things for our buyers, and they baby the buyers. And because they baby the buyers, what happens is that buyer typically becomes a problem. And this is the guy that is a cheerleader. This is a guy who's typically happy in an office, but will not get anything done. You can coach them, you can train them, you can work with them, and they will range between like a 15 and a 20% closing rate. Okay, so if they got a higher number than that, then probably not the guy that's in the group. But this is like the guy in the middle of the night would come pick you up in a car if you got a flat tire and help you change your tire. Genuinely good person, not a salesperson. Genuinely good person, not a salesperson. They create a lot of problems because they price match, they super discount. They're always trying to get some special or wrap around some sort of a deal for a buyer. And they're always talking about deals that never happen. These deals never materialize. They spend a ton of time chasing their tail and they never get anything done. Okay, so the reason why this is a problem for you, you've got a product, a service, a widget, or a gizmo, and you're selling it. Well, if your product is 20 grand, they're constantly the person selling it for 15. And for whatever reason, the buyers that they meet with are the type of people who blab about what they have to sell. And this guy is always devaluing the position for all the other salespeople on the team. I've worked with people like this, and what will happen is, being a sales presentation, roll the number like, hey, fantastic, just get you started, 20 grand, $250 a month, just need a driver's license. And they're like, whoa, 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 whoa. The buyer freaks out. Whoa, no, 20 grand? 20 grand? Are you kidding me? They get the really high-pitched voice, or they get the really angry voice. No, not doing it. Not doing it. Look, got a text right here from my buddy. He got the same thing from you and your company for $12,000. What? No way. That doesn't happen. Yep, it does. Got the information right here. Got the picture of the agreement, the picture of the contract. Look, 12 grand. And you're like, how did that happen? Because it was a people pleaser salesperson that went out there and did everything they could to close a deal because they don't have the sales skills. They're very adverse to pressure. And that's what it is. They're like, they don't want to offend anybody. They're super genuine, super nice, perfect person to work in the office, but not on a sales team. 15 to 20% closing rate if you're lucky. And chances are pretty good that you're not going to ever get this out of them. Another salesperson who really shouldn't be on your team. And you're like, hey, Scott, I like the people pleaser that I have on my team. He is a perfect cheerleader. I'm like, hey, good. Congratulations. You don't have to take my advice. You don't have to say like, hey, this guy's not ever going to do anything. But between the unique guy, the proof guy, the know-it-all, and the nice guy, you're going to spend a ton of time trying to chase through these people. And like I said, they're typically guys. I have to say it, they're typically guys. That's why I'm saying like the nice guy, the unique guy, the know-it-all guy. Like they're usually guys. And it causes a lot of problems for your team. It causes a lot of issues. One of the things you're going to find is if you're a business owner, if you're a manager, if you're a trainer, the best salespeople can be difficult to deal with because they're used to getting their way. And like, there's times where I've worked with companies, I'm like, why did you hire that guy? And they're like, well, he was easy to get along with. Yeah, but he's easy to get along with, but he can't close deals. Yeah, but he was easy to get along with. Okay, do you want to close deals or not? Well, can you work with my team? And sometimes I'm like, hey, look, there's people on your team that are salvageable. There's people on your team that aren't. Like, do you want to hear the truth or do you want me to sugarcoat? Because if I sugarcoat, then you're going to be mad that I didn't tell you the truth. Okay? 4 types of people who really struggle on a sales team. 1, unique guy. 2, proof guy. 3, the know-it-all. Sometimes they can close deals, sometimes they can't. And 4, the nice guy, probably won't ever be able to close deals. If they're on your team, you got to figure out what you're going to do with them. There you go. Asbestos underwear day for you today. May scorch some butts. You got one thing to do from here, just one thing. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send out a video, you'll get an update that says Scott Bell Consultants, and there's a fantastic video. Probably from a cool location. Today I'm in Sacramento, California. We'll see you soon. Thanks for dropping by. Aloha.